Welcome to Starfield Wiki, home for everything Starfield. A slight deviation from our usual videos. There has been a long silence from Bethesda regarding any major updates for Starfield. We do have some unverified leaks and also more information from the recent Todd Howard interview with Kinda Funny Games from a week ago, February 2026, which lets us know what to expect in the year ahead and further. Let's go through them one by one, looking at what Todd and Bethesda are focusing on. Is there a Starfield 2.0 and what plans they have for this year and ahead, and then also look at what Microsoft Xbox expects Bethesda to do for their future games, given their recent change of CEO, their targets, and what this primarily means for us gamers, the main audience. So far, we could say Bethesda's biggest focus is The Elder Scrolls 6. It is of course one of the most anticipated games of this decade. It was last decade as well, but this decade for sure. So, logically, most of the gaming teams, resources, and the working hours of the director's limited time will have been allocated for its development. Past few years, there was also a focus on their Fallout TV shows, Season 1 and 2 with the Amazon Prime Video series, which were quite successful. It generated a good amount of hype. It maintained good accuracy of the lore, theme, setting, ambience, and was overall a great video game adaptation. Makes you wonder about the potentials of a Starfield movie, like Interstellar but with space combat, delving into the singularity of a black hole, in our case, the Unity, to decipher the secrets of its creator. The TV show introduced the Fallout universe to non-gamers, thus inviting more people to pick up the Fallout games, creating a player count spike, in turn generating avenue to release more updates for Fallout 76, as Todd stated in that recent interview. This has also made a lot of fans yearn even more for Fallout 5 as it is too far away. With the focus on Hollywood to popularize the IPs, we do hope that the director's time spent away from gaming will prove to be fruitful in the long run. The Xbox acquisition of Zenimax Media, parent company of Bethesda Softworks in 2021, just around 2 years before the release of Starfield, generated a lot of noise within the gaming industry. A bit of chaos, some good, some bad, as it was around the peak console wars period. PlayStation players were of course not pleased, because this would mean Xbox PC exclusivity of new releases for certain number of years, just like Starfield. One of the unverified leaks, which is to be taken with a grain of salt, is that Starfield may be getting a PlayStation release this year. This is of course a good thing if true, as the more players have access and get to enjoy the game, the better for the community. This would incentivize Bethesda to focus on more frequent updates and patches, and perhaps a second major DLC, like the rumored Starborn DLC. If it does not release on that leaked date, it will probably release this year or the next. Why? Because the potential Xbox hardware sales through Starfield exclusivity has already plateaued, so business-wise it makes more sense to release it on PlayStation to revitalize the game and get the player count back up for the updates. From a neutral bird's eye perspective, we don't know for certain if the Xbox acquisition was a good or a bad thing for us gamers and Bethesda, because the hope of us gamers was that the acquisition would grant Bethesda more resources to finance bigger and quality projects faster, to release Elder Scrolls 6 faster, to go beyond the infancy stage of Fallout 5 development, which it is in right now, to update Oblivion faster, to update Starfield faster, to remove the bugs and release quality DLCs. That has yet to be seen, as the frequency and quality has not changed since the acquisition. Understandable, major changes like this can take time, but more visible positive steps and pro-gamer friendly decisions by the corporate heads would give more people hope. With the recent Xbox Chief Content and Executive Officer changes, and the CEO Asha Sharma having an AI-focused background, we can deduce what the priorities of Microsoft are. And with fans having to dig into her gaming background and history, we don't know for certain what the future of the company will hold. Due to the success of the gaming industry past 2 decades, it has definitely invited a lot of non-gamer tourist business executives into our industry, with primary focus focus on shareholder profits instead of the game quality and what the fans want. So we remain cautiously optimistic. Time will tell what their focuses are, which in turn will dictate what Bethesda Studios will get to primarily focus on. We do know that there will probably be less focus on live service multiplayer games, as many of the recent ones have not been profitable throughout the gaming industry. So a Starfield multiplayer like Fallout 76 will probably not happen. The good news is that Todd mentioned in that same interview that he will be going back to the roots, to focusing on what made Bethesda who they are, to create single-player, classic open-world RPG with deep lore focusing on handcrafted worlds. The Creation Engine 2, which powered Starfield, is also updated to Creation Engine 3, which will power Elder Scrolls 6 and beyond. Bethesda Game Studios and Virtuos also worked on Oblivion Remastered, and when released last year, it was very successful. It also proved to Bethesda what their primary fans enjoy and want. Do check out our site at uesp.net and our YouTube channel, where we will release any updates. There has been no updates on Oblivion Remastered itself. The same old small bugs are still present, but overall it runs very well. So, given the focus on Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout TV show, Fallout 76, Oblivion Remake, and after the release of Starfield's DLC late 2024, there has been no major update for Starfield since. So what is this Starfield 2.0 that we hear about? Is there a major update being worked on? Todd Howard confirmed in the interview that there is definitely a big update coming out soon. There is no date, but it is coming, as he does not want to spoil it, as Todd prefers a short wait between the trailer and the release. The Elder Scrolls 6 premature announcement was an exception, according to Todd. Unfortunately, it won't be a Starfield 2.0 update. If you are used to Starfield and its mechanics, it will be more of that instead of a major overhaul. Hopefully, it is a much bigger update, and that was just said by Todd to manage expectations. But only time will tell. The updates are said to be not just isolated but more meta that affects the whole gameplay. And then a question was asked, will this be it? Will there be more updates after? To which Todd replied, no, there will be more to come. However, as we've mentioned in the video, he wants to prioritize all the IPs in turn. So after this update, Todd will probably focus on Bethesda's other IPs or the TV show for a while before coming back with new updates. We will also be back with more news and updates ourselves. In the meantime, do look forward to more Starfield mods and gameplay content right here on our channel. Like and subscribe to Starfield Wiki, home for everything Starfield.